Wow, so a massive altercation took place in the White House between Donald Trump and President Zelensky. Donald Trump attempted to intimidate Zelensky by screaming and yelling at Zelensky in the Oval Office when the cameras were shut off. And he was saying, "You better just take what I'm giving you. Let Russia take your land. Let them take what they've already taken over in the Donbass, and you need to shut the F up." Apparently, Trump was cursing and screaming at Zelensky. Then Zelensky stood his ground and said, "How dare you ask me to do those things?" That is absolutely unacceptable to Ukraine, to the Ukrainian people. We are going to fight, and you need to be tougher. You said you were going to give us long-range missiles. You said you were going to give us Tomahawks. You said you were going to sanction Russia. Donald, this is absolutely pathetic the way you are behaving. They started screaming at each other. This was 24 hours after Donald Trump spoke with Vladimir Putin and the Russians, while the Ukrainian delegation had just arrived for this long-planned meeting where Trump was supposed to impose these sanctions against Russia and then give Ukraine these long-range Tomahawk weapons. Zelensky shows up. He finds out that Putin's been saying, "Oh, we should give Donald Trump the Nobel Peace Prize." And Putin's saying, "I want to speak to you, Donald." And then they started talking about building tunnels or bridges from Alaska to Russia that Putin said that he was going to pay for. And then Putin's delegation gave the Trump regime this like propaganda Kremlin files on JFK so that Donald Trump could try to divert attention away from the Epstein files, which is not working. And I said that when I heard about that Putin-Donald Trump call that lasted 2 hours, that took place right before the Zelensky meeting, within like 12 to 24 hours before, I said, "Oh, that Zelensky meeting is going to be a disaster," because Trump is getting his marching orders from Putin. And it was a disaster. Seemed like almost a physical altercation was going to take place the way Donald Trump was behaving in the Oval Office. From all of our sources and other reporting out there, it was like 10 times as worse as what happened on cameras when it was that first Zelensky and Trump meeting. And Zelensky held his ground, though. He would not back down at all. And then Zelensky posted immediately after that meeting that he had spoken to all of the leaders from the coalition of willing, everyone from UK's Prime Minister Keir Starmer to the President of France, Emmanuel Macron, to the Canadian Prime Minister, to all the European leaders. They all got on the phone together, and Zelensky said, "Look, Donald Trump is a Putin bootlicker. Take a look at what he's doing and his behavior. We're on our own. We cannot trust this guy. He's terrorizing the Ukrainian people, and what he does is he feeds false hope as part of his plan with Putin. Okay, we're going to sanction 2 more weeks. We're going to give you the weapons," only then to try to use that time as a wedge and a weapon to harm Zelensky. Take a look at this reporting right here from the Financial Times, also from CNN.